What's up, everybody? Brett Okamoto from ESPN, joined today by UFC featherweight Max Holloway, who I got to say right off the bat has the best backdrop that I have ever had on a Zoom call. I mean, there have been a lot of Zoom calls in 2020, but man, look at this. This is you're really going all out for us today, Max.
Hey, your boy gonna be jumping on the stream, Facebook at fb.gg/Max Holloway official. Come on through, get some love, bro.
Man, we got a lot to talk about, but I think first and foremost, I got to congratulate you on the engagement. That's big news, obviously.
Thank you. Yeah, with this whole lockdowns going on around the whole world, in the States and stuff, I figured I better jump on this lockdown train and lock this girl down before she's gone. So she's
lockdown
with me
engagement.
She's with me for the rest of her life now, if she like it or not. She said yes. It's her fault.
That's awesome, man. I'm genuinely happy for you. And then a belated happy 29th birthday, man.
Thank you, boss. Thank you. Means a lot. I thought I turned 24, but okay. Thank you for that.
Is it safe to assume that Mini Blessed, he came through with the cupcakes, the PS5? Did he come through with all that on the birthday?
No, man. No. He did. I could not. The cupcakes is on a standstill to January 16th. And the PS5 was sold out everywhere, so it did not come through whatsoever. But it's okay. It's okay. Your boy, a PC gamer now, and Mini Bless don't have to do too much. He don't have to do too much for me. Just him being around and being the goofball he is. That's all I can ever ask for. So I don't know if you guys saw, but my fiance did cake me, and I was pretty mad about that. I was pretty mad. Who does? It's 2020. Who the hell cakes people nowadays, And it is what it is. But all jokes aside, it was a great one. It was cool. It was cool because usually fight week, this time of the year, I'd be fighting. So it's actually cool that I got to spend my birthday with my family. This is the first one in many years. I think like 4 or 5 years that I actually was home for it and not actually somewhere freaking cutting weight, dreaming of cupcakes.
Yeah, and snow usually is what.
Yeah, and snow. Yes, and it's freezing. Hawaii. The only time it's freezing in Hawaii is when we got our AC on, so we can control the weather over here.
So you got to celebrate the birthday, but you do have a fight coming up in a month. And I did want to ask you, so going into your last fight, that was one of the talking points. Obviously, is that it affected your training. You made some headlines when you said that you really did that camp on Zoom and that you couldn't really get with sparring partners. Is it similar now, or what's different with the fight preparations now with where the world's at?
It's kind of similar. We still do some things through Zoom. We're still being smart. We're not really mixing it up too much. Some of my strength and conditioning is like the only one he kind of opened up. But down here in Hawaii, you still can't have, you still need to be like that social distancing and whatever stuff going on. So it's kind of crazy, We're going into this fight camp too without, I think I really loved how the last camp I didn't spar. It real opened my eyes to I get injured sparring a lot before fights, and I felt great going inside that fight without sparring. And I'm a true believer in I sparred so much when I remember sparring every day when I first started. When I was 16 and I first started out, we'd spar every day, and it kind of got less and less over the years. And I mean, sparring is like an ego trip or whatever. I understand you got to do something, but you can figure out different ways to move and get it done. And I believe you do need hard days, but the sparring and stuff, it didn't hurt me. Even doing the whole training camp, it helped a lot. That last camp to actually put our priorities straight and look, I got to took out some things. I got to add a little bit more stuff. So it was just changing up the recipe. And the last one, I thought went pretty well, so we kind of sticking to it, and we see how this one goes.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem like your performance suffered at all by not being able to spar. So just to be clear, you're not sparring at all again for this one? Zero rounds? Or?
No, saving the brain. I want to be a guy that third grade math for me is already hard. So I can only imagine if I was getting punched in the head and trying to help Mini Bless at the night, I'll be all off. So sparring is kind of out the door right now, and the thing that's really making me think hard is third grade math, third grade science, third grade on spelling. It's it's just crazy.
Right. In your defense, I think third grade math is harder than a lot of us remember, man. Like this is a year where you're teaching your kids a lot.
Yeah.
And my kid's not old enough yet, but my niece and nephew, like some of the stuff that they're doing,
Yeah.
it's
I
kind of lost it a little bit.
Yeah,
so
I know how to get the answer. I know what way we do it, but they want us to show the work of the new way they're teaching it. And I'm like, yeah, no brainer, bro. You're on your own, Rush. You better harass the teacher next time you're online with her. I have no idea what's going on.
So you're fighting Calvin Kattar. It's going to be the first fight of 2021, which is really exciting. But before we get to that fight, you really haven't done, I don't think you've done any interviews, right? Since UFC 251. Was there a reason for that? Was there any reason why you didn't want to talk immediately after that fight?
I mean, I did, 300 interviews, I think, the last time. I fought 4 title fights in 12 months. And in that time, I had to do 300 interviews. You know what I mean? It's just a lot on your plate. It's crazy, and it was just insane. I don't know. Like most of the interviews too, a lot of the questions are the same thing. Like they're asking us the same thing. When is this? How you feel? This and that, and blah blah blah, and go on. And and then I found streaming. I'm on, like I said, I'm on Facebook Gaming. Come holler at your boy, and I'm way more accessible there. Brett, go make a burner account, come through there, come ask questions. But if you're actually fighting questions, we have a thing in the chat saying that I do not talk about fighting. But if you guys want to come chat and talk, come to me. I'm way more accessible on my stream than anything. You can come through, come say what's up, and we make it more fun. But these interviews, like I said, or that 12 months, it was crazy. It was title fights, and I understand it comes with the media, but we got to take a little break. It was like we was in no rush. The media ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere, and then and we're here now. You
feel like you're at the point in your career where even, as you start to like in between fights is one thing, you can disappear for a little bit, but even like fight week or like the month of the fight, where you can do less because like you're a bigger name now, and like if you just do a couple, then they start to spread out a little bit. Like you won't have to do 300 interviews in a year again. Do you feel like you're at that point, or do you almost never get to that point?
I don't know. I don't know what the real answer is, because we still got to do what we do. I think in our contracts it's saying that we need to be available for a certain amount of media anyway. And shout out to my man's my man behind the scenes. He makes sure, the guy who runs it, he makes sure that we do what we need to do and what needs to be done, and that's it. None of this extra stuff, because if he got me doing extra stuff, he's the one that hears it, man. He gets it. Sometimes I tell him, I'm sorry, I love you guys, but he gets it. But at the end of the day, it's just I don't know. I can't answer that question, and but we're here. We get to talk now, and I love talking. It's super cool. It's like catching up now. Before I used to dread these, like, oh my gosh, like I get in off of an interview with someone else, and then I get on with you, and then like 7 out of the 10 questions is all the same. It's like, oh my gosh, can you hit up the last guy and please answer for me? It is what it was, though.
Part of the game, right? Well, let's talk about your last fight, because obviously a lot of people want to hear what you have to think about it. I'll just kind of ask broadly, how do you feel about your last fight against Alex Volkanovski?
It is what it was. Me personally, I don't really think that it matters if I won the fight. I don't think that it matters. What matters most to me is what most people think. Dana White doesn't call me up after the fight and be like, "Hey kid, did you think you won the fight?" that this doesn't happen. It doesn't matter what I think, but the UFC, you guys, the world, they can see 80 to 90% of the world thinks I won, and that's what matters to them. And that's what mattered to me. I guess whatever job you have, at the end of the day, what do you care about is when you got to ask yourself. You care about the money, you care about the company, but what else? When it comes to mine, for me, is you care about respect, and respect from your peers, right? You work at ESPN. If everyone at ESPN, Brett, didn't like you, would you still want to work there? Yeah, probably not. You know what I mean? Like, probably not, you know? So after the fight, you know, I could see my peers and what they was saying. And they was sticking their necks out for me, you know? These aren't fans. These aren't fans. These is fighters, Brett. These is actual other fighters. It's Jorge, it's Nate, it's Dustin, Justin. The list goes on. Even Ali and the Kawais, they all these guys, you know, like it's crazy. All these guys cannot agree on what color the sky is.
Yeah.
But they agreed on one thing that night. You know what I mean? We got George St. Pierre for us, George St. Pierre's coach saying it, Big John, you know. Everybody know, oh, Big John's a referee. He's not only a referee. This dude, he made the rules. He has classes for judges. Yeah, this is the man. You know what I mean? He has classes for these judges to take to make the rules. And he thought I won the fight. And of course, you know, Dana White said what he said. So with all that being said, you know what I mean? It's hard for me to be mad, you know? It is what it was. You know, you move on. It's like spilled milk. You know what I mean? Like, if you spill your milk, you're not going to try and put it back into the carton of milk. You're going to mop that and move on. And that's what we plan on doing.
And I mean, obviously, dude, that's a great way of looking at it. It's a very positive way of looking at it. And you always seem to have you get a lot of credit for the way that you handle different things and, you know, the statements that you put out. And that makes sense to me, man, that what matters to you is the respect of your peers. That makes total sense. But what about the part of it that now it impacts your next move? You know, that now you do have 2 losses to the guy who's holding the belt. And if he's holding the belt, that, you know, you're not going to get that shot again immediately. And then it kind of puts you into this, if you got the belt, you know, your path is clear. You have options and it all kind of centers around you. Now you're kind of put in this limbo mode where it doesn't center around you. So how do you feel about that part of it? Just the impact that it has on your career moving forward?
I mean, you know, to be honest, I don't know, Brett. You can ask anybody, you know, or everyone, even the peers, the people in the weight class. You can ask Kattar, you know what I mean? I think he even said it. Like, he feel like he fighting for it, but he feel like he fighting the champion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you know, it's, I know what you mean with the title and everything. But like I said before, I got 5 of them at home. I got 5 of them downstairs. I can grab them. I can put them all on my shoulder right now and talk to you. Like, it is what it is, you know? And I understand he got it right now and this and that, but you talking to a man that had to get on a 10-fight win streak to fight that got offered a title fight, an interim title fight, because DC, the daddest man, the guy who thinks he's the daddest man on the planet. Let me correct that. And the guy that thinks sneezed and threw his back out. And he couldn't make the show, you know? And, you know, all jokes aside, that's just, I ain't scared. I ain't scared of hard work. If that's the path I need to go, we need to redo stuff and get there. I know it's tough or whatever, but the Blessed Express ain't stopping for no one. I'm far from done. I'm 29 years old. You see guys stood 38, 40 fighting, you know what I mean? And fighting at a high level. I do not want to fight at that high level at that age. So hopefully I can get down a little bit sooner, but I ain't afraid of hard work. You know, we get back there, we get there, we see how the division play off. We stay in our lane. We keep winning fights like we've been doing. And we get back on that winning streak and we go from there.
Is there a process of trying to look at the fight and be like, okay, let me try to see what the judges saw, so at least then I can fix something, or I can improve something, or I can try to understand something better? Like, is that a process that you go through after a fight like that?
You know, I talk some with my coaches and this and that, and we hear, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just opinions. You know what I mean? It's just opinions, and the 3 people's opinions that mattered that night didn't go my way, and I ain't gonna be mad about it. You know what I mean? Like, we go back. Of course, I watch the fight. I want to learn. I want to see, but I'm not watching the fight to see what the judge is doing, what the scoring doing. I'm watching the fight to potentially see how someone may look at it and be like, look, I can beat Max this way, and this is the way I'm gonna do it. So that's why we watch the fight. You know, I don't go back to try to critique a judge. Like, I'm not a judge. I ain't a judge, and you know, I'll probably be a judge later on in life. Maybe try to help and turn some stuff around. But right now, we focus on fighting, and that's what we do.
Yeah, you think there's a good chance of that? You do some judging?
Maybe, who knows? Who knows? Maybe a commentator, maybe something. I don't know. ESPN is giving my man DC's like, come on, you guys is giving DC that show. What is that? The breakdown show.
Detail.
Yeah, detail. That's it. Like, how is he detailing people? Let me detail people. Come on. Let me. I can be DC. I'm coming for your job. Get ready. I'm coming for a detailed job, baby. Let's go.
I think we should have like a special edition of like one episode. You get your trial run. You do a detail of what you want.
Yeah.
It's the blessed episode. And then,
let's go.
You get a tryout. I like this.
That's why I like you, man. That's why you get it. You get it.
I mean, I can tell, man, that you don't want to put any blame on the judges. You've said that you're not a judge. It doesn't matter what you think, but can you tell me what you do think about the status of judging? Like you're operating at a very, very high level. I mean, you're world class at what you do, you know, and there is a lot riding on those judges.
Yeah.
How confident are you in the jobs and the competency of judging in MMA?
A great man once said, that great man once said, his name is Burt Watson. He said, don't leave that to judges. They only make you cry. And that's the best information I could tell anyone. We, after the fight, we had talks. My manager talks with Hunter over at the UFC, but that's between them. And I don't want to, I want to respect the UFC. I'll just say this. A fight is a fight until there's no finish. Then it's about the perception of the fight. That's just tough to get right. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's just what me and you see. Like me and you can watch a fight together, and even the angle of you sitting, like, you know what I mean? We say someone's punching a right hand. My angle, he completely missed. Your angle, the guy's head go back and the punch is just going. You know what I mean? You think like, oh my God, it's a significant strike. So that's just it. It's very touchy. It's very touchy subject, but like, I ain't gonna go in on nobody's job. That's what they do. That's what they're there for. Hopefully in the future we see just better stuff.
How did you feel about just your performance in general? Can you talk about some of the adjustments you made from the first fight to the second fight, and how effective do you think those adjustments were?
I felt great. You could see I was landing more on him. I think so in there, he was getting super confused. I you know what I mean? If I tell you what the adjustments I made, then people would know and they start studying my game, bro. I see what you're doing, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're a Kattar fan or whatever, but it's not going to work over here. But, at the end of the day, we made some big adjustments. You guys all saw, the world saw. I was landing more strikes. I was being more efficient with my strikes. I was going there. I was having, man, like I told my coaches, I had the time of my life in that fight. You know what I mean? That was one of my better, like, I would say one of my performance-wise, that was one of my best fights. I would think, like, I really loved my performance in that fight. Things didn't go our way. At the end of the day, it is what it was, and we on to the next one.
Yeah. So in like the 5 or 6 months since the fight, what have the conversations been like at the UFC? Because I mentioned, your path is not as clear now. Had the decision gone your way. So what were some of the options that they were throwing out, and what kind of vibe did you get in terms of how they see your role in this division now, coming off of the second loss to the champ?
I don't really know. I don't really know. I haven't really talked too much UFC stuff. After the fight, I had some nagging injuries that I wanted to take care of. We took care of that, and every time my manager hit my line about a fight or something, I was like, bro, like I'm fixing injuries right now. I don't want to hear about it. I want to talk about it. I give a what the hell what is going on right now with what they're figuring out. I know we all got to figure out what's going on, but just let me take care of some stuff that I got that had been bothering me for quite a time, and we did, and then we got here. I'm sure if they didn't see me getting back to the title, I'm pretty sure they would have asked me to fight at a higher weight class or a lower weight class or whatever it is, and but it is there. I always said I was always loud about it. I'm not scared to go to 155. Shoot, I'm not scared to go to 170 on a couple of, I'm not scared to go to heavyweight. That is man on the planet. Make us a freaking belt. DC, get your sneezing, throwing out back out of retirement, and holla at your boy. So it is what it is. It is what it was, and we're just waiting. I think so. they stay said they're giving me fights at 45 still, and we're here, and you know, we just gotta go out there, do my job. We gotta start winning fights.
Yeah, I mean, DC ducking you over the last few years has been one of the grossest stories in the sport, quite frankly. I mean, that's my personal opinion, at least.
That's what I said. That's what I said. And this guy always texts me. He always texts me, Max, why are you calling me out? I was like, why are you texting me? Go talk to MMA Junkie. You work at ESPN. Talk about it on ESPN. Come on, get this rolling. You see crazy fights being booked right now. We just saw Mike Tyson and Roy Jones happen. You know, like we can make this fight happen, DC. Let's go make our money. Yeah, and be fair. I know you just spent all that money on that new grill. So I promise I won't punch you there. I'll punch you somewhere. I'll punch you in your body or something. Just don't hurt me too bad.
What kind of sense do you get from Alex? I mean, I don't know how closely you've watched his interviews, but he kind of came out and said like, absolutely not, I'm not fighting Max next. And then he kind of was more receptive to it as a little more time went on. And he said like of course, that'd be something I'd be interested in. Like when you are around Alex or you hear what he said, do you think that that's a fight that you're going to have to kind of force, or do you think that is something that he has as interest in when you hear what he says?
To be honest, I don't know. I really don't. I don't listen to no interviews. I just kind of like, I really don't know. It'd have to be up to him. But look, his coach always said I was the toughest challenge for them, and that. I think so. In one of the interviews, he said, and that he didn't want to ever see my face again after the first fight. You know what I mean? And after the second fight, I don't know if he was saying more stuff, but yeah, with like I said, like 80 to 90% of the world, you know what I mean? It like they saw what they saw, and you see what they see. You see what you see on top of the post and people posting and blah, 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 and so on and so on. And I think the social media, whatever the interviews come out, this and that, I think it gnaws at them. And my mentality is just different, it's like if it was Kobe and Michael, they would play 10 times just to let people know who the best is. They would play each other 10 times to be like, look, this is why. And that's the mentality I strive for. I strive for that mentality, bro. If you want to run it back 100 times, we can do it. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna show you that I am the better guy. But that's just the mentality, that's the mentality I have. I don't know what kind of mentality they have, what they seek and whatever, but that's something that they got to figure out and they got to do. I know what I want to do. I know what kind of legacy I want to leave when I'm all said and done. And I know, and I know what I want, and that's the type of mentality I want to hold. I want to be like, damn, this guy was something else. He's a competitor.
Has it created a feeling of unfinished business now with you and Alex, or is it like he holds the belt's what you want, or is it like now there's something to him, like you got to fight him again one more time?
I mean, I'm just a competitor. You know what I mean? The belt is the belt. Like I said, I never cared about the belt when I had it. I don't care about that it's gone. Like I said, I got 5 of them downstairs. I don't really give. I'm a competitor. You know what I mean? And this guy is sitting at a place where it's not right with me. I don't sit right. Like I don't feel like it's right. Like, are we gonna fight again? Like I said, it's gonna be up to him. But if you had it my way, I'll fight you 10 times in one night. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'll fight you 10 times once a month. I don't care what it is. I'm a competitor. Yeah. I'm here to compete. I truly believe I'll put on this earth to fight and compete, or even be competitive in anything. You know what I mean? If this guy was like rock, paper, scissors, beat me twice, I'd want to play him 10 times so I can beat him 6 times out of 10. I was like, come on, that's it. I'm just a competitor.
Yeah. A few more things for you, and we really appreciate your time, man. We haven't talked to you in a while, so I want to get your thoughts on a few other things that have happened.
Yeah.
Your old friend Brian Ortega coming back and beating Green Zombie. What did you think of his performance, or were you surprised by any element of it?
No, I didn't really get to see it, but everybody said he did his damn thing. So, like I said, Brian, we should be friends, but let's go make this money first. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm happy to see him doing good, and I'm happy that he killed it. I'm happy that whatever he had going on, he figured out for 2 years. I know injuries and bugs and stuff is irritating. So super excited for the guy, and he got a big win in a big way, and after a long layoff. So I hope he get what he deserves. You know what I mean? Go out there and go show the world. And if we cross paths again, that's something like I said, I'm not gonna shy away from it. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's mama mentality, baby. You know, we're gonna compete. You want to compete? Let's compete. You want to fight? A lot of people after the fight, you know, super interested in that. So why not? Yeah, I'm a competitor. I'm competitive, and everybody's saying he got super good. Let's see how much more. You know, maybe I can teach him something else in there later on if the opportunities arose. You know.
Well, if you didn't see his performance, it might be tough to answer this question, but of course I got to ask, you know, what do you think about that matchup between him and Alex? Haven't shared the octagon with both of them. What do you anticipate happening when they fight?
I think it'd be a good fight. I think it'd be a sick fight. You know, I think pressure wins. You know, I mean, I think Brian goes out there, put the pressure. Yeah, I think not pressure wins. I think dictating pace wins. You know, if Alex go out there, do his thing, dictate the pace, I think he wins. But if Brian can go out there, put the pressure, dictate his pace, I think he gets it done. I think I can see both of them getting it done in very, very different ways. And you know, as a fan, that's a super good fight, super cool fight. You know, getting the direction, still moving in the right way. You know, and that'd be huge for the division, I believe.
How about Khabib Nurmagomedov walking away from the sport? I mean, I got to admit, as a fan of the sport, I always thought that maybe you two would cross up like you were supposed to in Brooklyn. What did you think of that?
It's not completely out the water. He said that if he get his mom's blessing, that he'd come back. So come back, Khabib, please. I wanna step in the octagon with you one time, man. But all competitiveness aside, the dude's a freaking legend, bro. He's a GOAT. He's one of the best to ever do this. Tough times with everything going on with his family and stuff. Prayers to him. I hope he's doing safe, but I see him killing it. He just had the interview. The dude is launching his own cellular line, out there. The dude is launching his own MMA promotion. You are a beast, Khabib, and nothing but happy for you, bro. But if you ever want to come back for real, let me know, bro. Hit my line. I would love the opportunity to share the octagon with you. The guy is I'm a competitor, and he's one of the best. That's the kind of competition that excites me. So I hope nothing but the best for him. I hope he's helping Russia out so much, man. He's killing it. He's killing it. He's getting the next generation too. So he's ready. So good times, bro. Just all the blessings to him.
And last one, I don't think the UFC has made it official where any of these fights are going to be, but the cat is kind of out of the bag that they're hoping that it's going to be in Abu Dhabi. You're going to kick it off. There's going to be a card on January 20th, and then January 23rd, two guys that you know pretty well, Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor. But, what do you think? What do you think about that fight? Can you said you want to be an analyst for ESPN someday?
Yeah.
Maybe break that fight down for us.
I think that fight gonna be amazing. I think it's gonna be an amazing fight. You know what I mean? It just sucks that they have to be the third one in the new year because we're already gonna start off with a bang. So they're kind of missing that spot. They're missing. They should have started that with the New Year's, but no, they're starting us with They're starting the right one off. We're gonna start a bang. But all jokes aside, I think it's gonna be a banger. It's a hydrated Dustin at 55. And I don't know about Conor. Picture's been swirling around the stuff that he look huge right now. So I don't know how he's gonna look, but two southpaws, two great history. And everybody keeps saying Conor hasn't fought since the beginning of it, blah blah blah, this and that, bro. Ring rust there's a certain level at this when ring rust it does not affect us. Like this, the ring rust is not a real thing. You know what I mean? Just like everybody, you need sparring. Like I just showed you guys, we didn't need sparring for my last fight. Like all these stuff that you guys make up, it's just, I think so. Whoever wins that night, whoever comes mentally prepared that night, whoever zoned in, because that fight is too close. It's too close to pick. These two guys is killers. Dustin's on his little killer streak right now. He was fighting whoever he wanted to fight. Whatever, he's super hungry. And then, we don't know, we don't know what Conor's coming back for, this and that. But if he's laser focused, this is a super fun fight. I don't really watch fights too much, but I think I might be tuning in to watch that one. It's an exciting fight.
Well, tuning in, or I was going to ask. I know it's not really your style, but you know, you
Yeah,
get a big
but
win against Calvin Kattar. You could
yeah,
hang out in Fight Island.
yeah,
You could talk to the media a
yeah,
little bit more, and then
yeah. Who
maybe
knows?
maybe
Who
ruffle
knows?
some feathers, rile up a big
Yeah,
fight. Is that
yeah.
of
Who
interest to
knows?
you at all?
Maybe maybe what is that called? You know, maybe the dolly. Maybe throw a dolly through a window or something. Maybe get some things. Yeah, maybe pay them back. I'll be like, hey, I remember what happened in New York, bro. Nah, just all jokes aside, but who knows? Who knows? You know, who knows? Like I said, 55, 170. I'm right there. First things first, though, is Calvin Kattar, January 16th. Because UFC, I always said UFC always bring the New Year's early. You know, when I was fighting in December.
Mhm.
But the New Year's is January 16th. You know, whatever you guys do, save you guys fireworks. Don't pop them all on the first, because January 16th, you guys are gonna need some. It's gonna be fun.
Let me ask you one last thing. You are starting off the year, big main event, first UFC card of 2021. People have been looking forward to 2021 since like April, I feel like.
Yeah.
What would be a perfect year for you in 2021? If you could just match make it all out, ideal, what would be the perfect year for Max Holloway?
Perfect year for me would probably go out there, do my thing, hit my man with a couple of doofs, get out there clean, try and fight maybe one more time, two more times in a year. Hopefully one of those fights is a title fight. Get that title back, you know, chilling, and then, you know, maybe fight for another title fight. Who knows? You know, that'd be perfect year. On the road back to quest back to gold, you know. So that'd be perfect year if I go out there, injury-free year, go out there, do my thing, have fun, and remind the world that the Blex Express is still chugging along.
Well, I love it, man. Thank you so much again for the time, and I'll get on that Twitch account. I'll figure it out, and we'll talk soon.
Facebook Gaming. It's
Facebook Gaming, my fault.
fb.gg/Max Holloway official, guys. Come on, let's go.
That's how they find you, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, find Max Holloway out on Facebook Gaming, and see him at UFC Fight Night on January 16th, man. Best of luck with the rest of camp. We'll see you out in Abu Dhabi.
Thank you, brother. See you out there later.
Take care.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.